So in doing my spring-summer cleaning, I came across a stash of some really old MRE entrees. Today we're going to see if they're still edible. All right, thanks for joining me today. Welcome back. What we're going to do today is test out these old MRE entrees. I'm going to get into how I found them and where they're from. That's why I have my little Surveyor 123 stove out in this pot of water. I'm just going to put them in the water, heat up the water, try to heat up the MREs. I'm not going to do them individually or anything. And then we're just going to open each one out, put it on a tray, test it out. It's going to be my version of let's get this out on a tray. Gross. I don't know. They may still be good. Chances are they're okay, but we'll give them a try anyway. So the story behind the MREs. All right, these dark green ones here, they were part of a food stash that I took back in 2001 to New York City. The story behind that was in the summer of 2001. I wanted to visit my dad at Christmas time. So we bought tickets, and then 9/11 happened. And we had to go through two different airlines because the airlines we bought tickets on, two airlines closed on us. So between that time and December, we had two different airlines close on us, and I figured, you know what, this is looking a little more serious. We may end up getting stranded in New York City. God knows if there's going to be another terror attack. You got to remember, everybody was pretty paranoid back then. I packed a little emergency bag that I knew I could take on a plane without too much question. So I packed these three and a couple more. I think I ate the other two. And I had some water, a very basic first aid kit. Nothing that would draw questions at a screening area. Nothing sharp, nothing pointy. Obviously couldn't bring firearms. It's New York City. And I went on my way. Well, I got home and I put these away in a cardboard box with a couple others that were, older, and kind of forgot about them. And I had them underneath one of my dual burner propane stoves. And I was moving my safe around in my closet. This is the safe that I keep, currency in, not a gun safe. And I'm like, oh my God, they're still there. So I figured we'll test them out. It's a good way to see. They were stored indoors in a temperature-controlled environment. But I mean, some of them are from 2000. One of them's from 93, I think. So we're going to toss them all in the water, and we're going to give them a try. And I sure hope I don't have anything else left over from that trip. But we're going to toss them in the water and see if they're any good. And what I'm going to do is just open them up, one by one on a tray. We'll take a test, take a bite of it, take a smell of it. If it smells bad, we won't eat it, and see if they're still good. So let me set that up, and we'll be right back. All right, we got the stove going nice and hot. I haven't run this in a while, so it's kind of fun to dig it out and play with it a little. We're going to stick that pot on here. Also, it's got a big enough pot stand, so it'll hold a big pot like this. And I'm going to back up the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. And I'm going to just put these all in gently. And I'll have to flip them a few times. I had the spoon in my mouth. Hang on. There we go. I'll have to flip them back and forth a few times, but I figure that's a good way to heat them up en masse so it won't take too much time for the video. I don't normally do videos on Wednesdays, but this was just kind of cool. I came across it and I had to shoot it. So give me a little bit, and I'll bring you back once that's boiling and they're warmed up, and we'll try them out. All right, got boiling water. I flipped them around a few times. I'm going to shut off this stove. And we're going to see how everything came out. And by the way, if you guys are interested in picking up one of these Surveyor 123, this is the 123R. So it has the little cleaner in it, the little pin. They are definitely amazing little stoves. They work at high altitudes. They'll work pretty much anywhere, and they make quick work of boiling water. But I will put a link down below if you're interested in picking it up. They run about $100, but for a first-time purchase for a stove, you can't beat them. So let's start it off with the first thing that's in front here, which I believe is a beefsteak. Let's see, 129th day of 2000 on this one. So let's try it out and see. Doesn't want to open for me, that's why I brought my scissors. It's also really hot. Alright, so there's the beefsteak. Take a quick taste. Smells okay. Yeah, that tastes perfectly fine. Excuse my chewing. That tastes perfectly fine. This is probably going to end up being my lunch, although not all of it, because this is a lot of food. This is chicken with salsa. So let's cut this guy open. See what he's like. Looks good. These are the really old ones, by the way. The darker, you know, that darker OD green. You can tell these are a bit older. Let's see what he's like. Yeah. Doesn't smell weird. Let me get you a quick look up close of what it looks like. I don't know if you can hear my cat crying. He doesn't like it when I come out here, and don't bring him. All right, next up we have, oh, Mexican rice. That'll go good with that. Ooh, these got hot. Okay. There's the rice. No weird smells so far. Nothing smells off or strange. Let's see. That has a slight stale taste to it. Almost like the seasonings were stale. But in a pinch, you could definitely eat that. Wouldn't be a problem. But it does have a slight kind of stale taste to it. Again, that came out of one of the really, really old ones. So, just so you know, when you're searching for MREs, if you're buying them, if you're new to this, the dark green packages are really, really old stuff. Early 90s. So, let's see what's next. This is, gosh, I can't even read it. Southwestern beef. All right. Now this kind of looks good. Can't pour it all out because there's a small little spot there. See what it smells like. It smells okay. Yep. Almost tastes like a little bit like the beef patty. Let me give you a close-up of that. See? Yeah. That's perfectly fine, although I'm going to spill it all over the place. And the last one, I forget which one this is. I think this is spaghetti, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Spaghetti and meat sauce. This was made 158th day of 1993. It's just amazing that this stuff has held up for as long as it has. Again, I'm not going to dump it all out because I only have a small little spot to work with. Let's try it out. Let's see. Smells okay. And it tastes okay. So there you have it. A bunch of MREs that flew all the way to New York City back in 2001 in my little emergency packet. You know, I was kind of just getting started and getting serious in preparedness in 2001. I kind of started around 98, but in 2001 I actually started taking advice and reading articles and paying attention instead of just get food and water. That'll be fine. You know, so it just goes to show you, if you have some older MREs, don't rush to throw them out. Don't just, you know, oh, made in 2000, no good. Test a few out and see if they're good. It also goes to show you that you may want to be careful when you're buying MREs. Now, I bought this when it was not that old. You know, granted, I probably bought it in 98, 99. So it wasn't ancient then, but it's pretty old now. So just so you know, those are the older ones. And also, when they come in a dark brown pouch instead of the light kind of tan pouch, you know they're a bit older. So I'm probably going to eat some of this for lunch, not all of it, because it's MREs. That's a lot of food. But anyway, kind of fun video. I just ran across these. I was like, this would make a good video to see if this stuff's still good or not. And I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, I'll put a link down below to this stove here. It just boils water so quickly, it's unreal. And it really, really makes quick work of boiling water, and it works pretty much anywhere. So I will put a link down below so you guys can pick one up if you want. And below that's my Amazon link. If you want to check out some of the gear we test out in the channel, feel free to click it. If there's nothing in there you like, just click the link and use the search to find what you normally buy on Amazon. Doesn't cost you a penny. It kind of helps out the channel. And even though we showed you this stuff today, don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link down below. That stuff's guaranteed for 25 years. Much longer shelf life than this stuff. However, this stuff's pretty impressive. So you can check it out. You can get stocked up on some freeze-dried food. There's nothing to join. You just go there, buy what you want. If you want to join anything, you can, but there's no pressure with it. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay fed, and stay prepared.